The Gift of the White Flower. Once upon a time, in a magical forest filled with colorful flowers and towering trees, there lived a small white flower. This little flower, unlike the others, had no scent. Each day, the colorful flowers and tall trees would tease and bully the small white flower, making it feel small and insignificant. One fateful day, a fairy happened to pass through the forest. She noticed the small white flower and saw the sadness in its eyes. Intrigued, the fairy approached the flower and asked what was wrong. The flower shared its story, telling the fairy about how it was constantly bullied by the other flowers and trees. Filled with compassion, the fairy knew she had to do something to help the small white flower. She reached into her magical bag and pulled out a beautiful gift meant only for the flower. It was a special power that would allow the small white flower to shine in its own unique way. With a wave of her wand, the fairy granted the flower the power of resilience. From that moment on, whenever the other flowers and trees would try to bully and tease the small white flower, it would stand tall and strong. It would no longer let their hurtful words and actions bring it down. As the days went by, the small white flower started to blossom with newfound strength and confidence. It no longer felt the need to compare itself to the other flowers or trees in the forest. Instead, it embraced its own unique beauty and appreciated the gift that the fairy had given. Word of the small white flower's transformation spread throughout the forest. The other flowers and trees were amazed by its resilience and began to admire and respect the little flower. They realized the error of their ways and saw that true beauty comes from embracing one's own uniqueness. The small white flower became a symbol of strength and inspiration for all the flowers and trees in the forest. It showed them that even the smallest and seemingly insignificant beings could possess great inner strength and beauty. And so, the small white flower lived happily ever after, surrounded by a forest full of flowers and trees who now celebrated and cherished its presence. The gift from the fairy had not only transformed the small white flower, but it had also brought about a change in the entire forest, where everyone now valued each other's differences and lived harmoniously. The end.